Just, I'm a mark. Conor McGregor's fighting Chandler.
Eventually, yeah. Hopefully this year.
No, I heard we got a date. We didn't have a date. Chandler's pushing for a date. People are pushing for a date. Conor said he knows a date. Everybody has a date. You're the guy that got to set the date. You should say the date.
There is no date.
Come on,
I'm hoping for the fall. We get it done in the fall.
Yeah, so just...
You guys just heard from the man himself, Dana White. It seems like Conor McGregor isn't going to fight anytime soon. The fact that, he's saying that Conor McGregor isn't going to return or that he hopes the fight happens in the fall. This fight ain't happening, guys. And I'm really pissed right now. I'm really pissed right now. Not only about this Conor McGregor stuff, there's also a rumor right now that I'm not going to make a video yet until it's official that Tom Aspinall might be fighting Alex Pereira for UFC 300. That will be the main event of 300. And it's one of the most disgraceful attempts at a super fight I have ever seen. And if you're an Alex Pereira fan, you should be absolutely pissed. This fight makes absolutely no sense. First of all, Aspinall ain't even the true heavyweight champion yet. He hasn't even fought for the undisputed. I get it. It's not his fault. Pereira doesn't even have one single title defense in the light heavyweight division. But I'm not even going to get into that in this video. I'm going to talk about what is official, what Dana White came out and said in an interview when he was asked about Conor McGregor's return. And, there is no date. This fight ain't happening. I told you guys that when Conor McGregor came out and made that announcement that he was fighting on June 29th, I believe it was June 29th, that it was all a fake, that it wasn't official, that the UFC had not come out and confirmed it. Dana White had not come out and confirmed it. He didn't even come out and say, look, we're looking at that date possibly for Conor McGregor's return. He didn't say anything. And look, I'm not even pissed because I'm like, oh, I'm a big Conor McGregor fan and I want to see him back in the cage. I'm pissed because come out with the truth. Come out and say what's really happening. Is it negotiations? Is it the fact that Conor McGregor's on drugs? The fact that maybe Conor McGregor isn't really training? What's going on with Conor McGregor? Because at this point, the longer you take to make this fight, the less and less fans care about it. I don't even give a shit about the fight anymore. I mean, this fight should have happened last year. It didn't. We thought, okay, maybe they could make it for UFC 300 and it would be a splash. It would be a banger, especially with the rest of the fights on the card. If you headline it with Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler, that's a banger of a matchup. You know what I'm saying? Even if maybe it doesn't make sense for it to be the main event, it's a big matchup. It's Conor McGregor. Everybody's going to accept it. We're all going to go with it. And all the fans are going to be super excited. But now the fight isn't even they're not even planning on making Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler for June 29. And Dana White doesn't even seem like he wants this fight to happen. I don't think Dana White wants Conor McGregor to return. I don't know if they're, arguing behind the scenes over negotiations, over his contract, over money, over the date. And I think Conor McGregor is going to end up retiring. I think he's going to end up going to boxing. And, it sucks. It sucks because we wanted to see Conor McGregor fight one more time in the UFC. Him versus Chandler is an explosive matchup. It's a very fun matchup. And if I were Michael Chandler, man, take a fight. I mean, at this point, take a fight. I mean, yeah, I get it. If he loses against, let's say Michael Chandler takes a fight against Fiziev in the summer. If he loses that fight, he could potentially lose his fight against Conor McGregor if they end up making it for the fall. But at this point, I don't really see that happening. I don't really see Conor McGregor returning. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And it's just really frustrating as MMA fans. I know a lot of you guys are big Conor McGregor fans. Less and less I've become a fan of Conor McGregor. I'm a fan of him in his prime. I'm a fan of what he means to the sport and his superstar status and the way he's, his fighting style is absolutely incredible as well. I mean, a Conor McGregor fight week is different. You know what I'm saying? It's very different. But at this point, it's like, why should we even care? Why should we even care if clearly Dana White doesn't really care? Clearly he doesn't care about making this matchup. and this fight should have happened already. You don't have USADA to blame anymore. USADA's not in the picture. So what truly is going on with Conor McGregor? I don't even think anybody cares anymore. I really don't. At this point, it's just stupid. It's really frustrating. And then this plus the rumor of Tom Aspinall on 300 versus Pereira is just pissing me the fuck off. You know, I might retire from this sport. This sport absolutely sucks. I think the UFC is going to become a clown show. And I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler maybe happening in the fall? You know, he wasn't even that confident about the fight happening in the fall. So what's going on? What's going on? If I were Chandler, I mean, supposedly Chandler's already, he's already in training camp. Dude, what are you doing? Like, take a fight at this point. Take a fight against Fiziev. Michael Chandler versus Jalen Turner. That's a banger matchup. At this point, I don't want to see it, man. I really don't want to see it. Look, I thought, you know, I still had a little bit of hope that maybe Conor McGregor was going to fight on 300, especially because, you know, we haven't really gotten any announcements for 300. And there has been a lot of backlash when it comes to 300. So I was like, okay, maybe they'll make up for it with having Conor McGregor and Chandler on 300. But I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I thought Conor McGregor was already training. I thought, you know, okay, Chandler, you know, he's ready whenever. But if I were Chandler, man, I mean, you're wasting your time. Chandler's the biggest loser here, and he's really wasting his time. And he has a very exciting fighting style. He's one of the most exciting fighters to watch in the UFC. So if I were him, I would look to fight a Fiziev, a Jalen Turner when they come back. That'd be an amazing matchup. And for Conor McGregor, I mean, I think Conor McGregor is going to end up leaving the UFC. I think that's what's going to end up happening. He'll probably try to do a boxing match with Manny Pacquiao or maybe a Mayweather. Who knows? But I don't think Conor McGregor is going to come back to the UFC unless Dana White just said that and, you know, he comes out with a big surprise. But at this point, I don't think so. I really don't think Conor McGregor is coming back, which is a huge disappointment. And at this point, you know, as fans, we should not even expect it at this point. Just, it's better to be surprised than to be expecting Conor McGregor to come back. And more, it seems like this fight ain't happening. And like I said this when Conor McGregor made that announcement that he was coming back on June 29 against Chandler. I knew, no, you know what, this is all fake. This ain't happening. You know, the UFC hasn't come out to confirm that at all. You know, Dana White hasn't said anything about it. It's not really happening. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, that's the video. This is a quick video. Breaking news. I'm waiting for the UFC to announce UFC 300 for me to make a rant about Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira. I don't really want to make a video right now because it's just a rumor. It's just based off Tom Aspinall posting on his story a flight from London to Vegas from Sunday, April 7th to Sunday, April 14th, which is the date that UFC 300 takes place. But anyway, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.